Nisa, anak perempuan as Suresh. Our group will be presenting on the role of smart devices in promoting responsible spending, specifically focusing on budgeting apps and spending alerts among Malaysian university students. In today's digital era, smart devices like smartphones and smartwatches are no longer just communication tools. They have evolved into personal financial assistant. Through the rise of IoT or Internet of Things and financial technology, or fintech users now have access to real-time financial tools such as budgeting apps and spending alerts. This tool helps individuals track expenses, set goals, and develop better money habits. In Malaysia, the shift to digital finance has been dramatically accelerated by the COVID-19 pandemic. As contactless payment becomes necessary, more Malaysian, especially students, begin using digital financial tools. For example, e-payment transaction grows by 40% in 2020, with over 5.5 billion transactions recorded. In fact, 93% of Malaysian university students reported using digital payments very often during the pandemic. Apps like MBE, Buy My Bank, Touch and Go e-wallets using Big Pay offer more than just cashless payments. This also included budgeting features and spending summaries. Government programs like Tunai, e-Beli Ramah, Give 200 e-wallet example. This shows how both the public and private sectors are working to support small financial habits. This study aims to explore the effectiveness of budgeting apps and spending alerts in helping students spend more responsibly. Now, moving on to the literature review, this section summarizes past pieces related to budgeting apps, spending alerts, or financial behavior among university students within the context of financial technology. We have organized the review into 3 categories to better highlight the key findings. The first thing focuses on financial literacy and the impact on spending. According to Ahmad, based on his wishes, students who understand budgeting and saving are less likely to overspend or fall into impulse buying. The second team looks at how students adopt budgeting apps based on Savita and Howard. Found that students prefer apps with clear design, real-time updates, and personal insights, but motivation and ease of use are key. If the app is confusing, students will stop using. Team C focuses on the impact of the pandemic. Based on Abdullah research, reported that many students adopted digital payments during COVID-19 for safety and convenience. Bank Negara Malaysia on 2020 even recorded a 14% increase in e-payment transaction, totaling 4.5 billion in 2020. Despite the increase in usage, Chanda dan Raja warned that better financial habits were not guaranteed. Many students will lack discipline or understanding to use these tools effectively. Several gaps were identified. Firstly, many researchers focus on general e-wallet usage but not on specific features like spending alerts or goal setting tools. Secondly, there's a little data on how students use these features daily, especially post-pandemic. Most importantly, very few studies look at why students abandon financial apps.
Methodology. Our study explores how smartphones and budgeting apps help Malaysian students manage finance matter. We surveyed 40 classmates at University Malaysia Perlis to assess how these tools promote responsible financial habits. Our objectives were to evaluate awareness and usage of financial apps, their impact on money management, the role of app notifications, the potential for financial literacy in apps, and to identify useful features. We used a mixed method with a bilingual Google form containing 7 questions shared via WhatsApp. The sample was mostly 21 to 23 years old, which is 87.5%, 72.5% female, and 85% Malay. The form took 10 to 15 minutes, was pilot tested, and responses were analyzed using SPSS for quantitative data and thematic analysis for qualitative insights. Our study shows smart devices can nudge students toward better financial habits.
The data from respondent. This table presents SPSS output that shows descriptive statistics for 6 questions. S1 representing question number 1, S2 representing question number 2, and so on. For each question, starting from question 1 until question 6, we use the same Likert scale starting range from 1 to 5, but different benchmark for a few questions. For question 1, we use benchmark started with not aware at all to very aware. For question 2, we use benchmark started with never to very frequently. For question 3 and 6, we use the same benchmark, which is started with strongly disagree to strongly agree. For question 4, we use benchmark started with not helpful at all to very helpful. And for question 5, we use definitely not to definitely yes as a benchmark. This table shows the result mean and median for each question from question 1 until question 6. For question 1, the mean is 3.875 and the median is 4.00. For question 2, the mean is 3.475 and the median is 3.50. For question 3, the mean is 4.175 and the median is 4.00. For question 4, the mean is 3.975 and the median is 4.00. And for question 5 and 6, they have same mean and median, which is the mean is 4.475 and the median is 5.00. For open-ended question, which is question 7, we can categorize all of the answers given by respondent into 12 categories, which is general, budget-related feature, spending alert, expenses tracking, security, limited spending and transaction, notification, savings, educational insight, subscription tracking, categorization and goal settings. The mean for question 7 is 3.33 and the median is 1.5.
4.0 Finding and Analysis. 4.1 Interview Question Analysis. Based on question 1, on a scale from 1 to 5, how aware are you of smart device or apps that help track your spending or saving habit? Based on statistic and graph show that the descriptive statistic analysis show that the mean value is 3.8750, the median is 4.0000 and the mode is 4.00. According to the data graph, the majority of students in class 2022E are at the very aware level with a total of 29 respondents. The second highest level is the moderate aware with 8 respondents, while the lowest is not aware with the only 3. With high value for both mean and median, this proves that overall students in 2022E show a good level of awareness using smart device or apps that can help track spending or saving habit. Question 2. How often do you use smart financial tool or apps? Based on the statistic and graph show that the mean value is 3.4750, the median is 3.5000 and the mode is 3.00. According to the data graph, the majority of students in 22E fall under the exceptionally level with a total of 14. The second highest level is very frequently with 20 respondents, while the lowest level is never with only 6 respondents. In short, these students in 22E have some awareness and exceptional use but haven't fully integrated this tool into their routine. Question 3. To what extent do you agree that smart devices have helped you become more responsible in managing your money? Based on statistics and graph show that the mean value is 4.1750, the median is 4.0000 and the mode is 4.00. The majority of students in 22E strongly agree with a total of 34 respondents, while some choose neutral. Only 6 respondents did so. If many students strongly agree, it means they feel that smart device or financial app have had a positive impact. This tool likely help them become more aware of their spending and saving money.
For question 4 from the Google form, on a scale from 1 to 5, how helpful are nuggets or reminders such as apps, alerts, weekly spending report in controlling unnecessary spending? The result were as follows. Mean is 3.8.98, median is 4.00, mode is 4.00. According to the graph, most students, there is 50 respondents, rate help as helpful. There is scala number 4. About 30 students choose extremely helpful, the scala number 5, and 10 students rate them as moderately helpful, that is scala number 3. Only about 2 students give a low rating of 2. Overall, most respondents feel that nuggets and reminders are helpful or extremely helpful in controlling unnecessary spending. This shows a generally positive view of this tool. Next, for question number 5, is on scala from 1 to 5, would you recommend the use of smart financial device or apps to your classmates to improve financial responsibility? The results show mean there is average score 4.48, median is 5.00, most common response is 5.00. According to the data, most students in class 22E highly recommend this tool, with 21 respondents giving the highest rating, that is 5. About 14 respondents respondents chose a slightly lower score than 4, while 5 respondents were neutral. Overall, the majority of students say they would like to recommend using smart financial device or apps to their classmates.
And lastly, based on question number 4 from our Google form, on a scale from 1 to 5, do you think financial education should be included in mobile financial app to improve user habit? The results show mean score is 4.48, median is 5.00, and mode is 5.00. Most students in class 22E strongly agree with 22 respond giving the highest rating, that is 5. Above 30 respondents selected agree. Overall, the vast majority support including financial education in mobile apps, showing a strong consensus for this idea. This study explored how 22E class students use smart financial tools. Most students were very aware of these tools, but not all use them regularly. Those who did feel more in control of their money. Alerts and reminders were also found to be helpful, especially in avoiding overspending. Students show strong interest in learning feature 1, creating apps that teach, not just track. In short, students know about this tool, but more should be done to encourage consistent, meaningful use. To improve IoT financial app for Malaysian students, first, add financial tips. Second, use smart nudges. 3, allow personalization. 4, works with university. And 5, simplify visuals.